A most pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. We're live from Hollydell Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Home rink of the Rowan University Profs. They bring a 3-2-1 record into their meeting with their former Mid-Atlantic Collegiate Hockey Conference rivals, the University of Delaware Blue Hens, who after a 4-1 defeat to fellow mock defector Penn State, Rowan being the mock defector in this matchup, are still looking for that elusive first win of the season. James Witherite flying solo on the DHN airwaves here in the Garden State tonight. Nick Lawson giving us the assist behind the scenes on this Saturday evening from South Jersey. As mentioned, Danny DeMonte's Rowan University Profs, 3-2-1 coming in to this evening's game, largely backstopped by Kyle Rink. We know Victoria is tuning in from somewhere if she's not here at Hollydell in person. Kyle sporting a .326 goals against average and a .912 save percentage. Through the games that we had stats for earlier today, Corey Owens and Jake MacDonald both with multiple goals on the season. JT Zangar and Cam Chandler with multiple points as well. We had stats for 4 of the Profs' 6 games. And a very balanced productivity rate from Rowan so far. Any combination of players can strike at any time. As far as Delaware goes, the struggles continue from the perspective of generating quality chances. The shots were 20-some on a consistent basis the last few games, but a lot of those shots coming from outside the dots, and they just haven't been able to generate those quality chances. And that's really been the tale of the last 10 games for this Delaware team. A couple bright spots early in the season, 1-goal defeats to both Cincinnati and Liberty. But the hard luck Blue Hens still looking for that elusive first win. Pregame brought to you by Limestone Pension Associates. Saving for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For over 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses across America plan and carry out pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. It's all brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. We're going to take a pause here on DHN. When we come back, it'll be go time for Rowan and UD in this ACHA Men's Division II matchup, all brought to you live on Delaware Hockey Night TV, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter.
Over the past 25 years, Colonial Motors has connected countless Delawareans with pre-owned cars to satisfy every purpose and budget. Find your next vehicle at one of 3 convenient locations or browse their vast inventory online at colonialmotorsinc.com.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions, including writing and editing services, web and graphic design, social media management, multimedia production, consultation, and more to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele. Learn more at 412communications.com.
The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at firststateicehockey.com.
Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather Ray Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. It's go time. Pre-game festivities and formalities have concluded, and we are set for a Saturday night showdown in Sewell. A.J. Kallela getting the start between the pipes. For Rowan this evening, Jared Cohen and Jacob Holland at the blue line. The top forward line consisting of Mike Frattaroli, Cam Chandler, point-a-game player, and Tanner Schroeder, the native of Ottawa. On the Delaware side, Will Joette will take the initial draw, flanked by Saunders, Penn, and Joe Wogish, Pat Flaherty, and Dylan Green, handling starting defensive duties. And between the pipes, the southpaw, Keith McGregor. Off and running in the first of 3 20-minute periods. Flaherty tried to carom the puck out along the far boards. It's intercepted by Chandler, centering past nobody home. Joe Wogish carries the puck up the left wing boards, but it's sticked down right at the Delaware blue line by Chandler. Flaherty recovers, sends this puck up ice, and it will come back an icing. 25 seconds in to the first period. First period action brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players in and around Delaware under the philosophy of one state, one goal. Learn more about their classes, clinics, events, and their growing summer tournament program by visiting firststateicehockey.com. Officials for this evening's game, the referees are Rich Lachal and Steve Cannon. The linesmen are Jeff Clark and Sammy Chauvin. Rich and Sammy were on the game yesterday, which saw Delaware fall 4-1 to Penn State. Graham Klein offering forechecking pressure, so too Mike Nauman. Alumni of St. Mark's and Salesianum, respectively. So names very familiar in the Delaware Hockey Night coverage area. And the Floridian Adrian Rodriguez steadies the puck behind the Delaware goal. It's played up ice toward Klein, intercepted by Paul Keys. Now walked up the middle by Zangara. He dishes the puck off to Nick Thomas. First shot of the game. Goes the way of Rowan, but Nick Thomas from 15 feet was stymied by Keith McGregor, hugging the near post. Little Phil Collins on the whistle. That's one thing about the game day experience here at Hollydell. There's a little bit of quirk to it, but it's certainly got some personality and always a fun place to play. And as far as this arena goes, since Delaware Hockey Night was first here, 6 years ago now? No, 5 years ago, sorry. Some significant improvements have taken place here at Hollydell, and this barn is just right now with the Philadelphia Rebels here. It's just beautiful. Hand pass against Rowan brings a face-off outside the Delaware line. 18:03 to go in the first period. Denver Lundstrom in to take the draw across from Chris Conlon. Crane chips the puck ahead towards Swain along the near boards, but outshot his man Dante Ardite turned it back into neutral ice. Hens dump. Egan tied up by Swain directly behind the Rowan goal. Lundstrom reaching in for the puck in the center of a 2-on-2 battle. Conlon there too. He's bodied down by Pat Swain. Conlon using his size to try to protect the puck. Now a 3-on-2 scrum directly behind the Rowan goal. A.J. Colella peering back through the webbing. That puck has been tied up now for a good 12 seconds, and Conlon wins the skirmish. But he can't clear the zone. It's held by Vinny Variale, center point. Lundstrom held down by Ardite. Now they break away, and Rowan clears. Cross-ice pass from Egan, glove down by Echeverria. He holds just above the Delaware line, waiting for everybody to tag up. Lets a long shot go. Batted down by Keith McGregor, and recovered by Island Johnny Tomaitis. We are 3 minutes into the first period. Lundstrom floats the puck up the middle, trying to connect with Dimitri Mahalios. But it's again intercepted, turned back from center by Chandler into the Delaware zone. Mike Frateroli walking forward. His shot attempt from 20 feet right between the circles, stick checked up into the air. Holding center point was Holland, working the puck in deep again. It rolls to Mahalios in the far corner. Centered to Tomaitis. He pinches up the left wing boards. He was slowed up by Chandler, trying to keep the zone airtight. Tomaitis worked the puck to center. Late hit on Sean Lipinski, delivered by Frateroli as the Hens clear, but are unable to make anything further happen. Mahalios gains center, launches the puck in behind the Rowan goal from directly in front of the scorer's table. It's recovered by the Profs. Pushed clear by Chandler. Jouette volleys it back from blue line to blue line. Holland carries it through neutral territory up the near wall. Caroms it in deep, and the Profs will work in a change. We're just beyond the 4-minute mark of the first period of a scoreless hockey game. The outstretched right arm of Paul Keys could not keep the zone for the Profs. Flaherty launches the puck through traffic. There will not be an icing here. There was an attempt by a Rowan player to intercept that clear. So play continues on here. Wogish protects the line, but was outnumbered just inside Rowan territory, so he turns the puck over again. Pollock to Scott. On further comes Rudolph, wearing the number 20 that once belonged to Nick Ramos. Chase Dyer double-teamed to the far corner. Couldn't complete a centering pass. Nauman takes the puck away. It's tipped by Green up the near side. Pushed on by Wogish under forechecking heat from Rudolph. This rolls back as far as the Rowan blue line, where Zangara starts it up again. Cross-ice feed to Scott. Zone gained. Puck recovered by Rodriguez in the far corner. Off the Karamin. And once again, recovered by the profs, namely Dante Ardite, holding back at his blue line. Rudolph body down, puck through the slot. Shot came from an awkward angle from the near corner. Arview screened briefly of that chance. But an A.J. Colella save gives us a pause in play with 14:32 to go in the first period. Scoreless yet. And the Hens' Jake Quinn takes the attacking zone draw, this offside, as Rodriguez could not hold the left point. There was white space between the puck and the outside of the blue line, said Sam Chauvin. And when he brought the puck back in, play was whistled dead. So the face-off migrates above the Rowan line, right in front of their bench. Our thanks, of course, to Danny DeMonte for his hospitality. Always very accommodating of the DHN crew here at Hollydell. We can't thank Danny enough for making us feel as welcome as we are. Austin Vecchio winds up, shot off the crossbar. Quinn couldn't glove it down. Puck is pushed forward by Owens. Here's a 2-on-1 for Rowan. But Owens lost control of the biscuit. And quickly Rodriguez turned it back the other way. Vinny Variale taking aim. And his shot is held on to by A.J. Colella, giving us a pause in the action with 13:49 to go in the first period. Delaware Hockey Night is brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Variale couldn't track the puck down in time. It is cleared out by number 14 for Rowan. We don't have a name for him. We'll try to get that for you at the intermission. Centering pass from Echevarria to the nameless 14 was tipped off target. Crane traps the puck in the far corner for Delaware. Lundstrom pitchforking away, but Conlon emerges. Centering pass, the shot from Echevarria rings off the pads of McGregor. Puck held in by Holland at the left point. Cross ice setup. Turning a shot in from long distance was Cohen stepping up atop the right circle. It ping-pongs in front of the Delaware cage, and Lundstrom, under heavy forechecking pressure, backhands it behind his own goal. It is stripped in the far corner from Lou, recovered by Chandler. Stolen back by Crane, zone cleared, puck given away as Tanner Schroeder heads up another Rowan attack. His outlet pass from center evades the reach of Cam Chandler. It's trapped under the glove of Keith McGregor with 12 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first period. We are yet scoreless from Hollydell Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Rowan leading the shot department, 4-2, leading in terms of zone time as well. Again, that Delaware breakout continues to be their Achilles heel. Centering pass from Chandler. The Tanner Schroeder shot was blocked away. And a special hello to everyone joining us from the nation's capital. I speak of Ottawa. On this Saturday evening, hockey night in New Jersey. We'll spare you Coach's Corner during the first intermission. And we'll stay with the action here just past the 8-minute mark. Another D-zone giveaway from Delaware. Another Schroeder shot into the pads of McGregor. Rudolph holding his ground against Sharp. Opposite side, Schroeder again tries to work the puck into the slot. Delayed penalty coming up against Delaware as Frateroli was bodied down. And the touch from Johnny Tomaitis gives us a pause in play with 11 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And right on cue, the Law and Order theme blares over. The PA system here at Hollydell. Mahalios sent off. And we'll get the official word momentarily. As Delaware heads to their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the evening. Schedule your first cleaning by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. It was Dimitri Mahalios on the penalty. The official call roughing on Mahalios, and 40 seconds of that penalty have expired. Dyer to Schroeder, up high, puck launched in by Pollock from center point, just wide of the far post. Back to Pollock it goes. Puck bounced off his stick, off the feed from Dyer. Return to Schroeder. Good puck movement through the slot. Winding up from just above the right dot was Chandler. Shot was blocked. Pollock again, center point to Schroeder near side. Dyer in motion. Chandler, long shot. That blockered up into the netting by McGregor. With 10:09 to go in the first period, 40 seconds remaining on the Mahalios penalty. And we're scoreless from Hollydell. Rowan and Delaware deadlocked thus far. But in terms of shots on goal, in terms of zone time, the Profs have been the dominant force. Rudolph walks the line to Zangara. Thrown in from the left dot, but wide. This puck caroms back beyond center. Rudolph faces forechecking pressure from Quinn, dishes the puck off to Frateroli. Here comes Mike Frateroli up the left wing boards. Another cross-ice feed connecting with Rudolph, zone gained. As Rudolph pinches past the other 20, Dylan Green for Delaware. The captain came up with the puck at the base of his bench and flipped it off his backhand in behind the Rowan goal again. 5 seconds left on the Mahalios penalty. Zangara up the middle, 2-on-2. He crashes the net. Lost his shot lane as Green steered him wide. Bodies pile up in the near corner, and another penalty going against Delaware with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the first period. So back to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Go the Hens as Graham Klein is ruled off for a high stick at 10:39. DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com, the place to go to schedule your first cleaning. The shot from Chandler at the top of the right circle rang off the back glass. Held in by Pollock, across to Schroeder, down low, Dyer from outside the circle. Got a shot away, puck is cleared into the netting and out with 9:03 to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Rodriguez clears. Colella forced to play the puck. Records his third save. And Pollock holds behind the Rowan goal. Scott cross ice feed. Dyer swats the puck into the Delaware zone, chases it down himself, beating Nauman to the punch. He tried to put one on a tee for Ryan Scott net front, who's driven to the far corner by Rodriguez. They're tied up vying for the puck. Saunders Penn sweeps in, and he rifles this clear up the far side. The few Delaware fans in attendance voice their approval of Penn's efforts on this penalty kill. The Klein minor for high sticking is halfway through. Bulldozing back in, Scott plays the puck behind the goal to the far side where Chandler sets up Cohen at center point. It ricochets off the corner boards, and Green beat Thomas to the puck by half a step, and he launches it clear again. 12 minutes gone in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game from Hollydell. A 3-on-3 Rowan attack. Owens caroms the puck behind the goal. It rims to the near half wall, where Zangara is challenged directly by Flaherty, and Flaherty pushes play back to center, where Cohen steadies. Holland, off of Vecchio's stick check, does work the puck back into Delaware territory. Austin Vecchio, first-year player for the Hens, turns the puck behind the goal. It's held in by Cohen at the right point. His shot from long range into the pads of McGregor again. Follow-up chance is steered wide at the top of the crease. Looked like Flaherty got a piece of it there, so that'll be ruled a block. Owens, far corner, hassled by Tomaitis. Hens are back to full strength. 7 and change to go in the first period of a 0-0 game. Through the slot, Zangara lost control of the puck. A stick check from Flaherty disrupted his chance. Green pins the puck at the kick plate behind the cage. He's bodied to the boards by Owens, and the Hens were clear. Vecchio, a step behind Joe Wogish, who tried to toe drag to hold the line, but to no avail with 6:44 to go in the first period. Face-off will come directly in front of the Rowan bench. And the Hens bringing in some fresh legs, at least in part, as Will Joette and Saunders Penn come on to join Wogish. No icing here as Rudolph lets one go up the near boards. The nameless 14 double-teamed at the far dot. Penn gains the puck. No icing. Puck playable by Rudolph behind his own blue line, and he does just that. Rudolph again. Hassled by Penn, forced to hurry up on the breakout, but he connects with Conlon. Conlon, drop pass top of the right circle, no avail. Keys holds center point, ricochets the puck off the far boards to the nameless 14. Poked away by Crane. Advanced beyond center by Penn. And Delaware will get some fresh legs in. We're past the 14-minute mark now of the first period. No score from Hollydell. Lundstrom slowed up beyond center by Keys directly at the top of the Rowan bench. Hens clear the second time around. But a lot of dumping and chasing for Delaware to this point, and very little manufacturing of quality chances. There may have been one. Lundstrom again rolls the puck deep into the Rowan zone, but no further support to keep their momentum going. Frattaroli hassled by Variale. Botched his pass down low to Schroeder. Here's Rodriguez gaining the Rowan line, lofting a shot in from 62 feet. Easy save by Kallela, and bodies pile in the near corner of the Rowan zone, vying for the rebound. Flaherty held up Frattaroli. Quinn back to his own blue line, could not clear as Schroeder trailed him into the Delaware zone and pushed play deep again. Quinn emerges now. Puck rolls from blue line to blue line after it was lofted clear. Saucered ahead by Ardite to Chandler. Chandler absorbs a hit mid-zone from Quinn, and Green recovers the loose puck from behind his own goal. He sachets up the right wing boards, takes aim from long range. Another A.J. Kallela save, batting that puck down with his glove. Icing waved off by Sammy Chauvin with 4 and change to go in the first period. The Delaware fans thought otherwise. A crane stick check ties up Dyer, centering pass to Ryan Scott, but his shot was saved by McGregor. His 9th such success in the blue paint. Vecchio launches the puck up ice. This will be an icing. And Delaware would like a little bit of relief on the late hit on Vecchio as he got that puck away. It is deemed that Vecchio did get off the ice in time. And it's also being discussed, was this indeed an icing? Errant icing here with 3 minutes and 32 seconds in the first period. We play according to the NCAA rulebook. So the faceoff will come back to center. USA Hockey, it's a last play faceoff in the attacking zone. But in the NHL, in the NCAA, here in the ACHA 2, that faceoff comes to center. Scott's shot cleared the crossbar. Holland failed to protect the zone. Dyer chases the puck down. The pun very much intended. To the middle of his own zone. Lou strips it from Zangara at the Delaware blue line, leaving it for Island Johnny Tomaitis. Sharp shovels the puck off his backhand from center behind the Rowan goal. Now the bodies are starting to fly a little bit more from the boys in blue. And Corey Owens sets up a 2-on-1. His shot waffle boarded aside by McGregor to the far corner. In came Thomas, but the reaching stick of Rodriguez foiled his chances on the rebound. The red glove Dimitri Mahalios gains the blue line, launches the puck off the near boards, and this will come back an icing with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. In a high energy, low scoring, no scoring in fact, first period. Face off to the left of McGregor. We've got one more ad break to work in for you here in the first period. We'll do that at the next stoppage. Rodriguez caroms the puck to the far half wall, trying to bulldoze out of traffic with Saunders' pen, but he's surrounded from all angles by profs. Reaching in, the puck was extracted by Delaware's Will Joette, recovered by Rudolph at center for the Profs, lofted in off a cross-ice feed by Owens, and Rowan will change, at least on the back end. Penn the other way. Plays the carom shot from the left point. In behind the goal, it's held in by Flaherty. Long shot, off the pads, and Joe Wogish scores! Wogish from Flaherty. Puts the Hens on the board. It is 1-0 Delaware. False start off the draw. Nine seconds ticked off the clock. And Saunders' pen is going to get an assist as well. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware for takeaway lunch Monday through Saturday, or place your catering order online at Sid's BBQ and Jerky. Jacob Holland ruled off for hooking at 18:55. We believe that was a Rich LaChal call. So he's got all 3 penalties on the day. And the Blue Hens are on their first primo power play of the night. Place your catering order at primohoagies.com or visit your local neighborhood Primo on Baltimore Pike and Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Rodriguez with a long-range shot sticked away by Kalella. And the first period has reached its conclusion, and the Delaware Blue Hens will head to the dressing room on top, 1-0 over Rowan. 20 minutes in the books, thanks to that Joe Wogish goal at 18:31. The Hens will go to the dressing room with a 1-0 advantage over their longtime arch rivals, the Rowan University Profs. Break time for us on Delaware Hockey Night, and it's all brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at FirstStateIceHockey.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Welcome back to Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. 20 minutes are in the books. Got a Joe Wogish goal. Has put the Delaware Blue Hens in front. 1-0 over their arch rivals, the Rowan University Profs. Second period action brought to you by the Hooper family, longtime supporters of Delaware Blue Hens hockey, and of tonight's coverage of the University of Delaware men's Division II team taking on Rowan. We're on the road at Hollydell. One-timer from Nauman off the Rodriguez setup. Trickles wide off the stick of Kallela. So 24 seconds left on this primo power play for Delaware. They came into the second period with 55 seconds left on the Jacob Holland penalty, and we got the identity of the up until now nameless number 14 for Rowan. It's not Bobby Penrod, that's for sure. It's Carter Jones wearing 14 tonight in lieu of his programmed 8. Chandler, a point-blank shot from the right dot, and McGregor with the last word as the final seconds of the Holland penalty tick away. Joette over center gave the puck away to Egan. Ricocheted off the near boards. It was saucered beyond the reach of Chandler. Lofted back in from neutral ice by Mike Nauman. He was a good 5 feet behind center. And this will come back an icing with 75 seconds gone in the second period. Face-off will come to the right of Keith McGregor, who stopped all 10 shots that he faced in the opening 20 minutes of hockey tonight. Jouette bats the puck to the far boards. It's held in, though, at the left point by Rowan's Dante Ardite. Frateroli caroms it below the goal. Chased down by Penn, converging with Matt Egan at the near half wall. Fanned on by Nauman in the far corner. Jouette can't shovel it out. Nauman flips it up in the atmosphere again. A bouncing puck brought down again. Beyond center by Egan, who's drilled into the near glass by Saunders Penn, but still Egan gains the zone. Cross ice set up from Schroeder, finds Chandler. Back across near corner, it comes to Frateroli. He's double teamed at the half wall. Green pushed him high and took the puck away. 3-on-2 for Delaware. Penn toe drags to hold the left point. He stays on side. Fires a one-timer in from the left dot off the Green drop pass, but it was blocked in a congested slot. Penn driving behind the cage. He's tied up with Egan. They careen into the corner boards. Reaching in, Frateroli digs the puck free, but it's held in again by Flaherty at the point. Long shot off Kalela's left leg. Klein couldn't bat home the rebound chance. And here's a 2-on-2 for Rowan. Or is there? Frateroli's advance will be nullified. Cue Steve Winwood on the Hammond B3. Little Spencer Davis group action. It's an eclectic playlist here. Rudolph to Keys. Ricocheted off the backboards. Back it comes to Keys. The other 10, Austin Vecchio, turning up the forecheck. Keys will find space up the far side. And this puck is batted out of harm's way by Ryan Scott, but Graham Klein wins the foot race to his own blue line to keep play in the neutral zone, at least for the time being. Scott absorbs an open ice check from Klein. Bodied down at the near edge of the circle was Pollock by Vecchio. Despite being ragdolled around a bit in the neutral zone, the Profs work into Delaware territory, but they can't generate anything this time round. Scott from the far corner. Klein nearly intercepted the puck. Crane could not clear. It was gloved down at the point by Keys. Long shot from him. Gathered in by Keith McGregor for a pause in the action with 16:25 to go in the second period. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Delaware with the lead. Lundstrom and Owens line up at the far circle for the draw. Nauman again lofts this puck sky high. It's gloved down by Jared Cohen at center. Vinny Variali drove him back to his own blue line. No icing here on the long clear. Rodriguez in the near corner, pursued by Thomas. Could not work out of the Delaware zone. Zangara again to Owens, to Cohen at the right point across the line. He feeds the puck to Holland. This shot goes into the netting and out with 4:03 elapsed in the second period. Linesman Jeff Clark recovers the puck. A new one, in fact. Sam Chauvin will conduct the face-off to the right of Keith McGregor. And a puck lofted by Nauman into the lighting structures here at Hollydell's CDM Electronics Arena. We'll send the face-off back to the right of McGregor. Long shot, another save by Keith McGregor. The lefty holds on for dear life and gets the whistle. Sam Chauvin, a med student at the University of Pennsylvania, native of Elmira, New York. A town I was fortunate enough to spend 3 summers not too far away from. At Tioga Downs, great people in the southern tier, and Sammy certainly fits that bill. Mahalios up the middle, 1-on-2. Puck poked away from his reach after he gains the Rowan line by Holland. It comes around to Green in the near corner. Owens plays the body on to Midas, taking him out of the equation. Headman pass up the middle, racing for the puck net front was Zangara, but he failed to split the wickets. He was bodied down net front as Green stayed with him every step of the journey. Here comes Sharp and Tomaitis together, but they were outmanned upon gaining the zone. Sharp absorbs a late hip check from Zangara in front of the Delaware bench. Not enough to draw the ire of Rich Lachal, who's called all 3 penalties today. 2 against Delaware, 1 against Rowan. We're nearing the 6-minute mark of the second period. Lou, with time and space at the top of the left circle, his shot paddled aside by Colella. This is launched clear by Owens. We see 13 in Rowan, white, brown, and gold. And the mind's eye takes us back to Trevor Rucci. We saw Anthony Delarose in our travels today as well, here at Hollydell Ice Arena. Dredging up more names from Prof's past. Game being held up as the athletic trainer is called upon for the Delaware side. And he's currently being assisted to the Delaware bench by Ardite. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com today to schedule your first cleaning. It really is amazing the difference in what this facility is now compared to 5 years ago. 2-on-2 for Rowan. The Nick Thomas shot was blocked high in the air. Lou in the near corner of the Delaware zone, pursued by Carter Jones. Jones can't muscle the puck free. It's protected by Penn, but not cleared. Conlon maintained the right point for the Profs. He launches the puck in from long distance. Jones bodied down by Jason Lou. Centering feed from behind the cage. Echevarria couldn't get a shot away. Higher up was Elliott Shawn to no avail. And McGregor gets the last word. Jones denied on the welcome mat with 13:36 to go. In the second period, Delaware protecting their 1-0 lead over the Rowan University, formerly Glassboro Normal School, Profs. Echevarria wound up from the mid-slot, his shot blocked away by McGregor. 15th save for the Southpaw tonight, and there's 16. As he hangs on for another stoppage with 13:17 to go in the second period. McGregor gathers himself back together. Jake Quinn lines up for the defensive zone draw across from the Ottawan, Tanner Schroeder. Shawn, right point, shot through traffic, was batted down. And play halted with 13 and change to go. Looks as though Austin Vecchio is going to be forced to head to the bench. As we get a little Emerson, Lake, and Palmer in the stoppage here. The sounds of a Hammond organ, albeit from 51 years ago, brain salad surgery, that classic ELP record. Yeah, we talk a little progressive rock on these airwaves too, every now and again. Rudolph, shot from the left point, stick checked up into the netting and out of play. Face-off will be spotted to the right of Keith McGregor. 17 shots, 17 saves to this point in the evening. Scott and Lundstrom took the draw. The shot from Holland at the left point was wide. Swain can't dig the puck free. Lipinski fails to clear as Scott keeps the zone airtight at the right point. Back out it came to Cohen, delayed offside. Everybody tags up, and the re-entry goes the way of Jimmy Pollock. No, the rebound is in from Ryan Scott. So Scott's second of the season from Pollock makes this an all-square hockey game. We're tied up at 1. Listening in for the particulars, we're in agreement on Scott from Pollock, and that's all we've got. For those of you keeping score at home, that goal at 7:54 in the second period. Icing waved off as Cohen is forced to hustle back to the near corner of his own zone to play the puck. It's stretched ahead, tipped by Zangara into the far corner of the Delaware end. Karam to the near side, where Lou is pinned to the corner boards by the aforementioned JT Zangara. The battle continues on. The puck scoots out to the far point, maintained by Egan for Rowan. Stripped by Tomaitis in the far corner. Bianchi tries to disrupt him. Back to Tomaitis it goes. Backhanded to Jason Lou, who lost his balance in the near corner. This is cleared up ice. And it will be an icing. I think what Sammy Chauvin was looking for was, would the puck make it to the goal line? And Rowan did win the race to the goal line, so by rule that is an icing. Bit of a throwback to the old touch icings that those of us who grew up in the age of the two-line pass might remember. Sean's shot was blocked. Echevarria leads the re-entry. Here's Mahalios up the left wing boards. He throws the puck in from the near half wall while pressured by Ardit. It rings off the back glass. Mahalios, bodied in the far corner, separated from the puck. And Steve Cannon makes the call. The guilty party being Elliott Shawn. High stick for him. And Mahalios gets 2 for roughing, so we're going to be 4-on-4. For the next 2 minutes. So it was high sticking on Mahalios and then roughing on Sean. We had them flip-flopped upstairs. Rodriguez at the left point to Joette. Shot, batted down by Kalela. Wogish could not connect on the wraparound, and the Rowan net is dislodged. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions like the broadcast you're watching right now, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. A rocket from Riley Rudolph rings off the back glass. Gotta love the alliteration. And gotta take advantage of it when the opportunity avails. Nauman drives Schroeder into the corner boards near side and does come away with the puck. Plays it behind the goal but beyond the reach of Rodriguez. Cohen holding the left point for Rowan. Launches it across ice. Now rifled up the rink by Nauman. Vecchio won the race to the dots. He's bodied down in the far corner by Schroeder. And back the other direction comes Jared Cohen to set up a 2-on-2 for Rowan. Drop pass to the top of the left circle. A shot from Cam Chandler is held on to by Keith McGregor, and the extracurriculars begin after the whistle. 8:34 to go in the second. 23 seconds left in the 4-on-4 arrangement. And Vecchio's ruled off for a cross check. Is he? We saw a cross-checking signal, and it is going to be issued to Vecchio. So it's Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time for the Blue Hens. Four on three for the next 20 seconds, and then we revert to 5-on-4. The shot from center point, Rudolph steered high into the glass. Rudolph again dishes the puck to Frateroli. He lines up a chance from inside the right dot. That too was blocked just before the top of the crease. Muscling through Swain. Clears the zone for Delaware. Green can't haul the puck in. Frateroli takes it away from him, and Conlon tries to bulldoze up the near wall, but Swain holds him up at the Hens blue line, and he clears. Minute to go in the Vecchio cross-checking minor. Frateroli stops, surveys his options. Hits a breakout pass hard off the stick of Riley Rudolph just over his own blue line, but Rudolph couldn't command control of the puck. Nauman driven deep into his own zone by the same Riley Rudolph. Opted to carom the puck behind his own goal. It was stripped from Rodriguez by Frateroli. Back out the left side he goes, setting up Pollock at the top of the zone. Around it comes. Shot at the top of the circle from Chandler. Was off its target. The rebound goes in. So Rowan scores on the power play. And it's now a 2-1 hockey game. The Profs with a pair of unanswered goals. This one with the man advantage. But it'll be Delaware's turn to go on the power play, as Ryan Scott was issued a 2-minute reprieve after the goal, and we didn't see a signal from Steve Cannon, so we can only assume it was unsportsmanlike conduct or something of the like. In any case, the Hens are off to their second primo power play of the night. Let's listen in. So it was roughing that Ryan Scott was rung up for. Cam Chandler credited with the Rowan goal, his second of the season. 6 1/3 minutes to go. In the second period, Graham Klein caroms the puck behind the goal to Crane. Crane to fellow Salesianum alum Nauman. The St. Mark Spartans up front. Swain and Klein, and the Floridian Adrian Rodriguez walking the blue line. To Nauman it goes, cross-ice pass, shot in from Crane. Ricochets off the backboards, again to Nauman. Nauman lines up a slapper off the outstretched right leg of A.J. Colella. This ends up at the near half wall again. Adrian Rodriguez tips the puck in deep. Jared Cohen takes it away, fires it across ice. Owens digs deep and shovels this puck off his backhand the length of the ice, where Klein, behind his own goal, recovers. 35 seconds to go on the penalty to Scott. 5.5 to go in the second period. Delaware's 1-0 first intermission advantage is now a 2-1 deficit thanks to goals from Scott and Chandler. Long shot from Dylan Green. Covered up by Colella with 5 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second. Greetings and salutations to all joining us on Delaware Hockey Night this evening. Blue Hens and Profs fans alike. Another Green shot, another Colella save. While you're at it, if you'd be so kind, subscribe to us on YouTube for broadcast alerts, and also be sure to follow us on Twitter at DE Hockey Night. We would absolutely love to hear from you. Vecchio protects the right point off the failed Echevarria clear. Ryan Echevarria muscles his way up the left dots into the Delaware zone, hassled from astern by Vecchio. He dumps the puck in, but he gave it away to Wogish. Recovered by Zangara, left in and thrown by Ardeen into heavy net front congestion. Wogish plays the body. And Rich Lachal's whistle sounds a hand pass. Ruled with 4:38 to go. In the second period of a 2-1 hockey game, advantage Rowan. So this will come back outside the Delaware line. Johnny Tomaitis and Corey Owens square off. Tomaitis wins the draw, but Rudolph intercepts at center and flips the puck back in over the Delaware line. Hens counter. Keys finds Owens up the left wall. Centering pass evades Zangara. Puck ends up in the near corner. where Lipinski tries to shovel it free. Cannon and Lachal both with their arms up. We'll see what they roll. An elbowing call. Against Rowan's number 13, Corey Owens. Not Trevor Rucci. And for the Hens, another primo power play, another chance to tie this game up. As Mike Lang would say, the turkey's on the table. But so is the ham and the salami and the provolone and those great seeded rolls. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. Another penalty. Maybe. No, it doesn't look like it. We did hear a Steve Cannon whistle. The play restarts to the left of Keith McGregor. Klein drives in behind the Rowan goal. Nauman holds the point to Pat Swain. Cross ice feed. Crane winds up from the top of the right circle. His shot held on to by A.J. Colella for a pause in the action with 3:40 to go in the second period. And his Rowan Profs clinging to their 2-1 advantage. Face off to Colella's left. Rodriguez holds the right point for Delaware. Crane can't push the puck beyond the reach of Cohen. It is cleared out by Jones. On comes Mike Nauman. Cross ice pass bobbled initially by Crane, but he gathers in to gain the zone. Give and go net front with Klein. Klein follow-up shot covered up by Colella. Puck trickles loose behind the goal, and the Profs clear again. 3 minutes to go in the second period. 40 seconds to go on this primo power play for the Hens. Wogish, Nauman, Vecchio, Quinn, and Green, the second unit. Green to Wogish. The Hens' lone goal scorer tonight, Dylan Green, throws the puck in from center point. It's held on to once again by A.J. Colella for save number 16 on 17 total shots this evening. He's 10 for 10 here in the second. Colella's dialed in. Quinn won the faceoff, setting up a Dylan Green shot from downtown Philly. Another Colella stick save denies him. Vecchio to Green again, the one-timer into the glove. And that was headed wide of the post, so we'll not call that a shot on goal with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the second period. Hens starting to build up some chances, but a lot of them still are above the tops of the circles. Jouette, center point, gives the puck back to Vecchio, the far corner. Cross ice pass to Jouette. Beautiful setup from dot to dot, but Will Jouette is stymied by the breadbasket of A.J. Colella. Penalty has expired. Here's one you don't hear too often, the theme from Shaft. I think the last time I heard that was when I was back in Chicago on old WNUA. That's the thing about this rink. You never know what you're going to get in terms of game day soundtrack. It really could be anything. Errantly whistled icing. Cam Chandler won the race to the goal line by a good 2.5 lengths. So this will come back to center. Second errantly whistled icing of the game. Again, restarted at center. The Holland shot from the left point was off target. 80 seconds to go in the second period. Net front congestion caused by Flaherty. Denver Lundstrom comes up with the puck. But the Hens cannot clear as Cohen holds the point. Coming down to the final minute of play in the second period. Frateroli hassled, kept high in the zone, dishes the puck to Jared Cohen. He shoots from the far corner. McGregor with the pause in play. We did not get the 1 minute warning here in the second period. We can tell you there are 53 seconds left, and both the Blue Hens and the Profs will use the opportunity to get some fresh legs onto the ice. Keith McGregor regathers his wares. And we're about set for the restart to McGregor's right. Draw won by Scott. The Rudolph shot from the top of the left circle was wide. Keys holds. Vecchio trapped in the near corner boards by a pair of Profs, Scott and Pollock. Couldn't break free for the Hens. Scott centers. Pass intended for Pollock, intercepted by Austin Vecchio. He can't run the gauntlet cleanly behind the goal. Nauman controls the puck for the Hens. He flips it up ice. It rolls back to the Rowan goal line. Icing was waved off by Jeff Clark. And out come the Profs again. Final 16 seconds of the period. Holding the line was Vecchio, absorbing a huge open ice hit. Gloved down by Klein at center. One-on-one delayed penalty coming up against Rowan. Rodriguez final shot. The setup to Quinn, just a second too late. And Delaware is going to start the third period on the Primo power play. 2 periods down from Hollydell. And this second period was all Rowan. They head to the dressing room up 2-1 through 40. This is Delaware Hockey Night, and it's all brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers.
Communications.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The future of Delaware hockey is here. First State Ice Hockey is committed to growing the game, raising the bar, and building better, more complete youth hockey players in and around Delaware. Join the movement of one state, one goal at FirstStateIceHockey.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Second intermission is complete. Profs with a 2-1 lead. Through 40 minutes of hockey, but this third period will start with the Delaware Blue Hens on a primo power play. Delaware Hockey Night, of course, brought to you by your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning, 412 Communications. We'll get the graphic back up for you. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky, Limestone Pension Associates, and of course, our title sponsor, Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Sponsorship opportunities are available for the remainder of the 2022-23 DHN season. Drop us a note, James at 412communications.com, if interested. Wogish crashed the net. 22 seconds into the period, follow-up shot again from Joey Wogish. Held on to by A.J. Kallela for a break in the action. 25 seconds into the third period. Jake Quinn across from Chris Conlon. In the near circle face-off, Vecchio feeds to Green. Back to Vecchio at the right half wall. He steps up, shot blocked by Cohen down to a knee at the right dot. Joette, cross-ice feed, one-timer and a goal! How do you like that? Austin Vecchio connects on the primo power play. And the Rowan Profs lead, boom, just like that, has evaporated. "44 seconds, a primo power play goal for Austin Vecchio. And as Sammy Chauvin takes the puck back to Coach Vince Falkowski, we can only surmise, and we can confirm that is his first. As the Blue Hen. Austin Vecchio with the primo power play goal. Saunders Penn's shot was stick checked up into the netting and out of play. Joette and Wogish got the assists on the equalizer for Delaware. Quinn for the attacking zone draw. Across from Tanner Schroeder. Shot from Klein directly off the faceoff was blocked. Chandler rolls the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Klein tries to shovel the puck free. Schroeder holds center point. That shot blocked by Austin Vecchio. Looked like he took that awkwardly in the knee, and he is down in pain. Vecchio being attended to. While the techno continues to blare in the arena at Hollydell. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know. You don't do that. You've got a man down, show some respect. Face-off will come to the left of Keith McGregor. Right off the draw, shot from Dyer was into McGregor's pads, so too was the Pollock follow-up. Centering pass, Ryan Scott. who was issued the roughing minor 20 minutes into the second period that gave Delaware the power play to start the third. He was denied. Pat Swain, no, crossing to the near post. Colella stopped him. Crane's shot off target. This puck rolls back to the Delaware line. Lundstrom pushes it toward the Rowan stripe. Cohen gains center and flips it off Zangara's back. Glove down by Zangara again. Shot blocked. Sharp picks up the puck and wrists it up the near boards. Keys up the left wall, headmans to Zangara, long shot, waffle boarded neatly to the far half wall by McGregor, where a two-a-side battle develops. In comes Owens to Keys again. Shot through traffic, glances off the leg of McGregor behind the goal. 3 minutes are gone. In the third period, this game is all tied up 2-2. Owens, cross-ice pass to the accelerating Paul Keys. Through the neutral zone he comes. He's pinched wide by Wogish. Still, he gets a shot away after gaining the Delaware zone. Another leg save by Keith McGregor keeps this a deadlocked matchup. Mahalios pushes the puck up the left wing boards. He's slowed up by a Zangara hip check just above the Rowan blue line. And a puck out of play gives us a pause in the action with 16:23 to go in regulation. Center ice faceoff goes the way of Rowan, and after a failed shot attempt, Carter Jones was driven into the far glass. Flaherty flips the puck off the middle. It's tipped by Green just beyond the Rowan blue line. Echevarria absorbing a check. Fed the puck on to Conlon, but play was whistled dead by Rich Lachal with 15:58 to go. This is going to be called back offside. Green exits his zone, gains center, flips the puck off the backboards behind the Rowan goal. It's picked up there by Elliott Shawn. Holding the left half wall was Quinn. Shawn plays the body and then some on Wogish. This puck trails back into the Delaware end, and it will come back in icing with 15:34 to go in regulation. Draw coming to the right of A.J. Colella, who stopped 21 of 23 shots. His counterpart 178 feet away, Keith McGregor, has saved 25 of 27 to this point. Conlon and Quinn take the near circle face-off in the prop zone. Ardit clears the puck around the corner boards. It is now lofted over the line and across to the Delaware stripe by Conlon. The cannon from Nauman from long range. Ricochets off the back glass. Here's Chandler with a clean shot from 15 feet away. The waffle board of Keith McGregor, the naysayer on what could have been the Rowan go-ahead. 2-on-3 for the Hens. Vecchio stonewalled at the top of the near circle by Frateroli. Frateroli leads a 3-on-3. Takes a hit into the Delaware bench by Quinn after rolling the puck in low. Nauman tries to dig it free. It's controlled by Chandler. Sent high to Holland. Shot through traffic. McGregor got a piece of it. Enough for his 27th save of the night. Puck is loose in front. Wristed out of harm's way by Klein. Steadied by Colella at the other end, so there will be no icing here. Stretch pass sets up Chandler. Drop back to Frateroli at the point. In low it goes to Schroeder. He tries to carry him up the near boards. Swain and Frattaroli converge. And Vinny Variale muscles through up the near wall to gain the Rowan zone. Lundstrom stayed onside. He offers the forechecking pressure. Richie Lachal took the worst of that collision between Lundstrom and Cohen. Back at the other end, Schroeder hassled by Crane. Matt Crane, Vinny Variale, both products of Salesianum. Jason Liu risks the puck up the far boards, at least a little bit, where Variale punches it towards Swain, but Keys protects the right point for the Profs. 13:35 to go in regulation. Rowan and Delaware deadlocked at 2. It was the Austin Vecchio power play goal, 44 seconds into the third period, that have brought Delaware back on level pegging with their arch rivals here at Hollydell Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Glad from wherever you may be across North America and in parts of Europe tuning in, we are certainly happy to have you on board with us here on Delaware Hockey Night TV. Rudolph received a cross-ice pass from Keys, flipped the puck into the Delaware end at Karam to the near corner. Walked in by Scott, nearly so. Taken away by Tomitis and pushed out by Flaherty. Mahalios fans on the puck. On the right side of center, he throws it in from long range, and it's sticked up into the corner netting and out of play by A.J. Kalela. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware offers takeaway lunch 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and can cater your next special occasion. Pulled pork, brisket, barbecue chicken, you name it. The all-American taste of Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Available on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or for that catering order for your next special occasion. Visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. We'll hear from Sids again at the end of the game, as they are the presenting sponsor of our 3 Stars. Saunders Penn leads the re-entry for Delaware. Tried to split the wickets on the shot, got some resistance from Egan in the high slot. Rodriguez, a one-timer off the backboards. Quinn fans on the backhand, trying to set something further up. Penn offers aid, works the puck into the flat again. It was tipped off the stick of Zangara. Adrian Rodriguez off the crossbar. Lachal said no goal. The fans thought that was in. Richie Lachal said otherwise. 3-on-2 for the Hens. Vecchio, centering pass. Quinn wide. Here's a 2-on-2 the other way. Zangara tried to deke into free space at the Delaware line, but the Hens' counter move proved superior. This is lofted in by Crane, delayed offside. Lundstrom and Klein tag up. Variale to Crane. Back to Variale up the left wing boards. Lipinski absorbs a Cohen hip check. Bulldozing in over the line for Rowan was Josh Bianchi, but only by 5 feet before the Hens regained. Swain 1-on-1. Angle by Cohen toward the far corner. Backhand was off target. Bianchi up the right wing boards. Carries the puck up the dots. Slowed up by Lipinski. Crane backhands the puck as far as the blue line. Net front feed. And Ryan Echevarria sees the door slammed on him by Keith McGregor. Up for save number 29 of the night on 31 shots faced. And we've got 10:22 to go in regulation from Hollydell. Delaware and Rowan in a 2-2 stalemate to this point. Hens playing some inspired hockey tonight, starting to generate the chances that have long evaded them. Net front scrum. and Mikey Frateroli. Gives the Profs the go-ahead. Officially with 10:18 to go. We're pretty sure it was Frateroli, but we'll get the official word. There's no way that goal could have been assisted by Parker Rucci. He wasn't on the ice. We know it was Frateroli. So we'll go with that. Cross ice set up to Cam Chandler. His shot is skied into the netting. The assist is credited to number 20, Riley Rudolph. And that goal officially was at 9:42 in the third period. Here's Rudolph winding up. Pollock's redirect attempt went awry. Heavy hit laid by Klein on Keys, holding the right point for Rowan. Keys again. Throws the puck in from long range. Nauman steadies in the near corner. He tries to stretch it ahead to Pat Swain. He tipped it beyond red, so there's no icing. And Keys under Swain forechecking heat. Dips the puck back to Ardite behind the Rowan goal. Keys gains center, headmans it up the middle. Pollock set up a Chase Dyer shot from the near half wall. McGregor denied him. Follow-up chance from Ardite. Into McGregor's pads again. 8:40 to go in regulation. Delaware tied the game up at 2-aside, thanks to Austin Vecchio's first goal as a Blue Hen, 44 seconds into the third. But Mike Frateroli with his first of the year put the Profs back on top, at least for the time being. Owens through the slot. Nobody home. Zangara couldn't reach in for the puck. Crane had him blocked out from the top of the crease. Zangara again. He winds up. Lou blocked any chances there. Zangara chases the puck to the far corner. It was held in by Egan at the point. Back to Egan it comes from Thomas. Thomas across the line to Ardite. Launched in close, tipped off target by Jason Lou. Boxing out for that prime net front real estate. Sharp clears, absorbing a Zangara check. Thomas leads the re-entry. Profs change. And Lou pushes the puck up the left wing boards out. Flaherty, or rather Mahalios, and Cohen got tangled up. The Rowan fans want a hook on Mahalios, who certainly developed a reputation of playing over the edge. He will go for a high stick. Third Mahalios penalty of the night. Comes with 7:08 to go in regulation. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time for the Hens. Down a goal to Rowan with just under 7 minutes to go. Penn in a foot race back to the Rowan blue line, but Schroeder beat him by a good step or two. Chandler pinned at the boards by Flaherty. Now gets the puck back, has a little more space to work with. Throws it in close. Flaherty and Green clogging up the net front area. Wraparound chance from Scott was foiled by McGregor. 36th Rowan shot of the game. There's the 37th, batted down. Pollock denied from the near dot. Now 6 minutes to go. Winding up center point was Dyer to no avail. And Green clears for Delaware. 5:45 remaining. Back inside Hollydell. Fans, we apologize for the hiccup. Here from DHN. As our main unit decided right then was a good time to shut down. .238 to go in regulation. Hens 3, Profs 3, Hens 2. The shot from Scott was blocked by McGregor. Saunders Penn the other way. Final 2 minutes. And a stoppage in play comes just inside the final 2. Roughing signaled with 1:57 to go. And we certainly appreciate all your patience as our hiccup has been rectified. Saunders Penn is ruled off for roughing. And the Hens go back to the Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Wogish up the right wing boards, tries to cut past Pollock on the back check. Heavy hit laid in by Dyer below the goal on Joe Wogish, the lone forechecker. Nauman, Rodriguez, and Swain back in the Delaware end. Cross ice pass from Scott. He gets the puck back. Shot from Pollock from the high slot rang off the back glass. Final 90 seconds are here. This puck is wobbled out as far as the Rowan blue line. Chance of the Hens getting an extra attacker on, very slim at this point, with Rowan on the power play and Pollock holding behind his own goal to burn even more time off the clock. Final 66 seconds. Ryan Scott circles the perimeter of the zone, hassled by Swain, who tries to shovel the puck free, but Pollock held center point for the Profs. Klein with space in the far corner. Winds up. Did not make good contact on the puck. Rodriguez couldn't. Nauman hassled by Schroeder. Final 33 seconds. Schroeder tried to connect with Cohen. That pass was blocked by Vecchio. And the Profs are forced back into the neutral zone to regroup. 20 seconds to go. Partial changing of the guard. Flaherty and Owens in the near corner. Vecchio muscles free. Can he get a second? This puck is swatted beyond his reach by Cohen. Quinn crashes in low. Green fans on the puck at the left point. 3, 2, 1. And Rowan have defeated Delaware 3-2 at Hollydell. The woes continue for the Blue Hens as they drop to 0-11. But a solid effort, an improved effort from Delaware with goals from both Joe Wogish and Austin Vecchio. We'll take a pause here on Delaware Hockey Night, and we will be back with the Sid's 3 stars of the game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. It's time for the Sid's 3 stars of the game. Third star honors going to A.J. Kallela, backstopping the Profs to victory with a 24-save performance. Joe Wogish, second star, with a goal and an assist for Delaware. Had a hand at both of the Hens' goals tonight. Mike Frateroli with the game-winning goal for the Rowan University Profs. Awarded first star honors here this evening. That will do it for us on Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long. Delaware Hockey Night, as always, a copyrighted production of 412 Communications, all rights reserved. For Nick Lawson helping us out behind the scenes, for assistant producer Joe Sindoni, Josie Billett, Ray Catolo, the entire 412 Comms on-air team, this is James Witherite thanking you for your company tonight. And we'll do it all again on Friday, when the Hens host Virginia Tech at Fred Rust Arena. Game time 6:15 will be on the air shortly after 6 o'clock. Good night from Hollydell. One last time, the final score. Rowan University Profs 3, Delaware Blue Hens 2. Good night from the Garden State.